Everyone thought Star Wars would fail. The actors, the crew, the studio, only George Lucas knew to trust the Force. Star Wars premiered on this day in 1977, and it changed pop culture forever. The story behind Star Wars starts when George Lucas was a boy in the late 1940s and early 50s. He had been obsessed with science fiction and adventure serials, specifically Flash Gordon. And so when he became a film director in the 1970s, he tried to acquire the rights to Flash Gordon, but was denied. So instead, he decided to make his own original science fiction story. In 1973, he wrote a 13-page treatment called The Star Wars, which was heavily influenced by Akira Kurosawa's 1958 film The Hidden Fortress. Lucas pitched the movie to every Hollywood studio, but science fiction wasn't popular at the time, so United Artists said no, Universal said no, Paramount said no, Disney said no, which is kind of ironic considering Disney would spend $4 billion to acquire Star Wars in 2012. But finally, 20th Century Fox said yes, but on a very limited budget. That said, Lucas brilliantly negotiated to keep the merchandising and sequel rights for himself. He then went off and wrote a number of screenplay drafts, eventually landing on the hero Luke Starkiller, who would become Luke Skywalker when they started filming. As I mentioned, Fox did not have faith that this movie would do well, so it set the budget at just $5 million, which is about $30 million today adjusted for inflation. Lucas eventually got them to increase it to $8 million, and it eventually rose to $11 million. To keep costs down, Fox booked sound stages at Elstree Studios in the UK, but it also shot on location in Tunisia, Guatemala, and California's Death Valley. Filming occurred from March 1976 to July 76, and the actors and crew didn't really take the movie seriously, and they thought it would fail. Fox, meanwhile, had grown concerned about the complex script and ballooning budget. And then Lucas fell behind schedule and was so stressed he was diagnosed with hypertension and exhaustion. The movie was originally supposed to come out on Christmas Day 1976, but was delayed due to production issues. When Lucas's director friends saw an early cut of the movie, most of them were confused and didn't like it. Fox then didn't do much to market the film other than make t-shirts and posters. Lucas wanted a Memorial Day weekend release, but movie theaters didn't want to release a kid-friendly movie before the summer. So Fox pressured movies into accepting Star Wars by pairing it with The Other Side of Midnight, which was based on a best-selling book. If a theater wanted to play Midnight, it had to play Star Wars as well. Star Wars then opened on Wednesday, May 25th, 1977 in just 32 theaters. But word of mouth was unbelievably strong. The movie was a smash hit with critics and an overwhelming crowd pleaser with audiences. And so it played all summer long, breaking records, expanding into more than 1,000 theaters, and attracting huge audiences. We all know the rest of the story. Star Wars became one of the biggest movie franchises ever. It reignited the science fiction genre. It got audiences interested in big special effects. And alongside Jaws, it shifted Hollywood away from smaller, more personal films towards big budget, effects-heavy blockbusters aimed at younger audiences.